All right, welcome back to Plan Simple Projects. Today we're attempting to replace the alternator on a 2017 Honda Odyssey. First thing we're going to do is remove these two clips here, this one here, and then this one right here. Get this removed from the system, and we'll go and disconnect the main battery. Yeah, those two clips removed pretty easy right here and right here. Then we're going to use a 10mm bolt socket, remove this, and we'll pull that off the negative terminal so it ungrounds the electrical system. Use a 14mm socket on that tensioner down there with our breaker bar, and we'll move that tensioner out of the way to get the serpentine belt off. Alright, we're going to pull the bracket off of this here, slid off just like this. No problem, now I need to remove these two bolts to remove the bracket. Alright, next thing we need to do is replace this, actually not replace, but remove this hose, part of the power steering, out of this. We'll clamp it down here, and then we'll go and pull this off. Alright, move one of these clips here. That's done. And then down here, further down, you can see, get the focus. Now there's a clip here, same as the power steering. There's two clips, one's right here, down there. The other one's back here on the wall, right there. Pull out those clips too to give more room to move this out of the way. Okay, we're removing this 10mm bolt here for the AC hose. That'll allow this to move out of the way and allow us to get this out. Okay, pulling out this bolt 10mm down here as well. That's part of the lower cooling bracket. And we'll remove that as well to make more space. All right, now we gotta remove this 10mm bolt that removes this component that ties onto the alternator. Okay, that's been removed now. Just take a socket with our extender, pull it off of this thing here. Then we're gonna remove this the top from the cylinder. So it's two of these two clips here, both sides. Remove that and pull it off. Okay, so there's two boots here we need to remove or pull back, and one is, this one here reveals a nut, and this one is the connector down here. Good shot of it, but it's right there, right there. All right, so it's kind of later in the day. It's because it's taken so long to get this little bolt, this little nut off, this 12mm nut off of this part of the alternator. Anyway, it was done, so I just had to basically hammer on the 12mm socket in order for it to get stuck enough so that it would come off. But that was a bear, just a heads up. Okay, a couple things here. Down here, one right there, that's a 14mm. It's got to be removed. And there's one right underneath here, so you can kind of see it. This one here, actually, wait. Yep, right there. Right here, I already removed it. There's a hole there, it's 12mm, it's got to be removed. And then there is another piece that requires like a 6mm, looks like an Allen wrench, but it is down here, right here. It's got to get removed too, so I'll remove that one as well. Okay, I'll say this much. There is not much room to get this thing out. Really kind of wiggle it down there, kind of turn on its side, and then kind of try to slide it through the space here and then up and around. And everything looks like it's okay, but yeah, not a ton of room there. So that was probably why we had to remove so much of that stuff. Okay, just to highlight this, there's a bushing down here that's got to be pushed outwards. I'm pointing at it right here at this thing. It's right down here, right there. This bushing's going to be pushed out this way, towards this way. I just use this and just applied some leverage to get that to move. So I just used a kind of a fulcrum down there and pushed it. Some people use like a bolt and a washer and a 19mm socket to go ahead and just ratchet that out. But I just used the breaker bar to slowly move it out. And anyway, it needs to be out so that there's space to put that alternator in. Okay, I've got the new alternator slid in there, and you see down here at the bottom, it's basically fitting in that by the 14mm bolts down here. And that bolt hasn't been put back in yet, but now that's been slid past this, again, there's not much room. It's kind of a tight squeeze. and then we'll go and get that connected. So I'm gonna put this 14mm in first. Okay, so we got those 3 bolts for the alternator back on. We got the new nut on there and covered. We put the plug back in here, we covered that. And now we'll get to the rest of these here in a second. Okay, by pushing on the tensioner, I was able to basically push this belt back up over the power steering pump there, and with it on the alternator, so that's good. Okay, so move this back around in position, it snaps right back in there. This line continues around, we snap this back in here and right here. Time to put the next clip up here, the top here, we'll clip that in. Okay, so put the bracket back on here, clip this back in, ran this back underneath into here, removed our clamp, and then moved the permanent clamp back on from its position there. Followed that with the attachment of the AC line here with this 10mm bolt, and I think we're good to go. So we'll just clean up by reattaching the battery here and the intake and the engine cover. I think we'll be ready to give this a shot. Looks like we'll need a little more power steering fluid. Lost some there as I lifted this up. It came out the bottom, looked like. So anyway, hope this helps. Thanks for watching.